The first couple of days of the Young Dolph trial has made it abundantly clear that the writing is on the wall for Mr. Peanut Head, aka Yo Gotti. The entire first and second day of trial is the prosecution showing up to court and making it 100% clear, even for the slow people in the back, that Young Dolph was taken off this earth due to the beef with Yo Gotti and CMG, and that CMG paid for the hit, orchestrated the hit, and that CMG is the sole reason why Young Dolph is currently deceased. Y'all just heard me say that, and y'all are probably thinking that's the most anticlimactic thing ever, because we all knew this the day Young Dolph passed away, that Yo Gotti and CMG was involved. Just by looking at the three dudes who was arrested for the murder of Young Dolph, a fifth grader with a double-digit IQ could very easily trace this back to Yo Gotti and CMG. Hernandez Govain is the right-hand man to Yo Gotti's brother Big Jook. So it's not hard to see how Hernandez Govain, who's being accused of masterminding this and setting it up and recruiting Straight Drop and Cornelius, it's not hard to figure out that Hernandez Govain, who was the mastermind, probably got instructions from Yo Gotti and CMG, and he was the bag man. He was the point man. He was the one who did all the dirty work and recruited the shooters. That wasn't hard to figure out. I didn't need the police to tell me this. Nor do I think the prosecutors needed to include a theory of Yo Gotti and CMG to get a slam dunk conviction. They could have explored a theory of Straight Drop being a revenge-thirsty person because Young Dolph signed the person who killed one of his best friends, D-Money. That could have been a theory they could have explored, but I believe the prosecutors included this particular theory of CMG, Big Jook, and Yo Gotti being involved in Young Dolph death and paying for the hit, because this is gonna set up further litigations after this trial, and CMG is in trouble. But we're gonna discuss that later on in the video, and we're also gonna discuss a lot of mistakes that CMG, Big Jook, and Yo Gotti made that has landed them in this particular situation where they're being name dropped all throughout trial. Now, from the opening statements, the prosecutors were blaming Big Jook and CMG and Yo Gotti for the death of Young Dolph. They said that Young Dolph's death is directly related to the ongoing beef with CMG.
In this game, trying to make it on your own can create enemies. PRE, Paper Route Empire, his label, is not the only label in Memphis. He's not the only famous rapper in Memphis. Another label, CMG, Cocaine Music Group, and they became an enemy. They wanted Dolph under their label, but he turned down millions. I want to do it myself. The second time, they wanted Dolph under their label, but he turned down many millions. I want to do it myself.
They're laying it on thick right now. They're painting CMG as jealous, obsessed, insecure haters who wanted to see Young Dolph fail and get unalived and taken off this earth because he wouldn't sign to them and fall under their control. Now, I don't know if that framing of the story is fair or unfair to Yo Gotti, or if it's correct, because, like, I'm sure, bruh, right? Like, the story and the plot extends deeper than what we're being told at surface level. Because even though Yo Gotti does come across sometimes as like, sort of like monocolly, like emotionless, demonic, but I don't think that insecure, demonic peanut head bruh is out here unaliving folks just because they wouldn't sign to the label. Now, obviously, we know there was a back and forth, diss records, etc., but I'm sure the root point of this probably stems from Young Dolph not signing, but I think the real issues extends past that. Because if that's the case, bro, Yo Gotti will be out here just unaliving everyone who wouldn't sign to him.
And in this game, whether it's smart or not, there are things called, in Memphis, we call them diss tracks, D-I-S-S. a rap where I may insult, level whatever sort of insults and everything else I want to in the song itself. And Dolph had plenty of those. And he had plenty of those directed at this other label, the Cocaine Music Group, at their artist, and at their number 2 person. His name is Big Jook, the number 2 person of Cocaine Music Group.
The prosecution is very slick and intentional with how they label things. They could have very easily said Big Jook, but they made sure to describe Big Jook as Yo Gotti's big brother. And they also made sure on repeatedly to describe Big Jook as second in command at CMG. And they said that over and over and over again to drill it in the heads of the public as well as the head of the jury that this isn't an isolated incident. This is Big Jook, second in command at CMG, putting the hit on Young Dolph in furtherance of CMG. This is a CMG and Young Dolph situation, which could be very problematic in the future for CMG. Now, the prosecution go on to say that Big Jook put $100,000 on Young Dolph's head.
Because Big Jook, person I told you about before, that number 2 guy at CMG, he's put out a hit. A hit. $100,000 to whoever kills Dolph.
They paint Big Jook and CMG as bloodthirsty haters who essentially just use 2 peons, Straight Drop and Cornelius, as clog in their system to take out Young Dolph. They're saying that Big Jook and CMG, they are the ultimate culprits, which if that's true, if that's the case, then why wasn't Big Jook included in this indictment? Because when Hernandez Govain was arrested, Marquette Hernandez Govain, when he was arrested, well, he was arrested because he was the one who orchestrated the hit. He was the one who got the money from Big Jook, got the orders from Big Jook, and found Cornelius and Straight Drop and had him go out to do the hit. So they knew Big Jook was involved when Big Jook was alive. So why was Big Jook never charged? Why? If this is them coming to court and both sides is agreeing, like this right here is the fact summary. These are the things that we all agree on, that Big Jook and them put the hit out on Young Dolph. Well, if that's the fact summary, then why wasn't Big Jook ever indicted? Cornelius Smith's testimony does a really great job at backing up the prosecutor's theory that Big Jook and CMG are the real culprit and that Cornelius and Straight Drop were just clogs in their system. That, you know, it could have been anybody. If it wasn't Cornelius and Straight Drop, it would have been 2 other peons dumb enough to take out Young Dolph at the instructions of Big Jook and CMG. Cornelius Smith's testimony at trial really helped the prosecutor's theory because Cornelius Smith took the stand and he firstly painted Big Jook and CMG as super bloodthirsty. Not only was there a hit out on Young Dolph, but Big Jook also instructed them to take out any PRE artist they see, and they will also get paid for that as well.
So how did you get to be with Justin Johnson this day on November 17th, 2021?
We knew that, you know, they had a hit on Dolph and them head or whatever, so...
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph head or whatnot, so...
How do you know that Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head?
Because Quit had told me about it, Quit, and, you know what I'm saying, being just...
How much money was it supposed to be?
$100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Were y'all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Yeah, me and him supposed to be giving Quit $10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him are going to give Govan $10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay.
First off, these dudes are nincompoops, absolute idiots. Hernandez Govain is a part of Big Jook's team. He's part of Big Jook's entourage. He's one of Big Jook's right-hand man. So why would you guys accept $100,000 to do the hit on Young Dolph and then turn around and give him $10K a piece for doing absolutely nothing? Like, it doesn't make sense at all. You're essentially giving $20,000 back to the people who put the hit on Young Dolph when you're supposed to be pocketing all that money. But keep that number in the back of your mind. $100,000. They're supposed to get $40,000 a piece, and Hernandez Govain, Big Jook's people, is supposed to get $20,000 for the hit on Young Dolph.
And either you called him or he called you or anything like this?
He called me the first time I missed the call. Then he called me back. I answered. He was telling me basically they were pulling up because we already knew what was going on.
When you say you already knew what was going on, you already knew that this is about?
Yeah, because we knew they were doing the turkey drive, so we was actually on our way to Westwood.
Had you and Justin talked about this particular day before?
Like, nah, not the specific day. Like, we just knew that it was turkey drive going every day that week.
Okay. You knew that, is it fair to say you knew Dolph was involved in these turkey drives this week before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we didn't know we were going to catch him, but we knew he did his artist. You know, everybody had a hit on the hit. Everybody had a price on the hits.
From Jook?
Yeah, from Jook.
And that was going to be y'all's business this week?
Yeah, that was our beating week.
So Big Jook not only put a hit out on Young Dolph, but he put a hit out on every artist signed to Young Dolph. This man was so bloodthirsty, bro, that it didn't matter who they killed. He just wanted people dead. Now, here's the thing, bro. Like, you think the feds are aware, or you think Memphis is aware that CMG, owned by Yo Gotti, is putting hits out on people and have open bounties on people, and they're just going to charge these two peons and then convict them and move on with their day? It's not going to happen. Like that's not how that works. They're going to double back after this case and get their taste of the blood on Yo Gotti and others. That's just how these things work. I'm just being real, especially if you have somebody like Cornelius, who's an open informant, who is down to take down Yo Gotti and CMG since Big Jook just passed away. But here's the first error they made. Now, I think Cornelius would have been snitched. Listen, yo, Cornelius don't strike me as the type of fool who would go down for a body while Yo Gotti and Big Jook lived their life merrily after. That's not how that works. So I think Cornelius would have snitched regardless. But they made a big mistake because he caught the body for you because he was the first one who hopped out with the Draco and dumped the Young Dolph. But their biggest mistake they made was they decided, after putting out the $100,000 bounty that got answered, they decided they wasn't going to pay poor Cornelius. They was going to give him close to nothing for the hit on Young Dolph.
Yeah, I got scared. I got on them.
Did y'all drive out there?
Yeah, we drove right there.
Stay in a hotel?
Yeah, stayed in the hotel.
About how long were you gone?
I was gone a couple days. I ain't had any more money on me. I ain't had any more money.
Run out of money, you gotta come back.
Yeah, I gotta come back.
And you come back, do you pick up that money from the old woman?
Yeah, I picked up the money from her, and I saw how much it was. I'm like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, $500.
Hey, bro, y'all know y'all wrong, bro. Because Cornelius was a self-admitted smoker who had a bad drug habit, who was trying to get some money for his daughter's birthday as well as to support his drug habit. But y'all know y'all wrong, bro. Because even though he's a smoker, y'all don't got to treat the man like a smoker, bro. Yo, so after the hit happens, Big Jook apparently just cut off communications, and Hernandez Govain was paranoid. So now Cornelius, who was once working through Hernandez Govain and Big Jook, was now having to answer to somebody like 15 years his junior in straight drop, Justin Johnson, who apparently got some type of money. He got paid. He got some money. And, you know, when it came to breaking off the money to Cornelius Smith, bro, he gave him $500, bro, out of $100,000. What? But of course, he said, yo, that's the first payment. That's just the first payment. Maybe they came back and gave him the rest of his $40,000 on the second installment. Let's see how much he got his second installment.
You could spend that on pills in one day, I bet.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I can bet it.
What'd you do with the letter?
I flushed down the toilet at the hotel room.
All right. Is that the only time you got any money from Justin?
Nah, a couple days later, I was in the city or whatever, and he was saying that he was gonna have his folks to pull up on me, bring me some money or whatever, hold me down. So I'm thinking he been pulled up about 20,000-30,000 leave, you know what I mean? But I had my girl to get out the car, and she met the person that was driving on the street or whatever. I had her to have her face mask on, and she said they had their face masks on, so we don't know who it was, but they gave her $300.
$300.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is from Justin's folks.
Yeah, this from Justin folks.
All right. So now we've been paid about $800.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is there any other payment coming?
Nah, all the payments stopped, man.
All the payments stopped.
Everything stopped.
Oh, y'all nasty. Yo, that's some nasty work, Straight Drop. Yo, Straight Drop took the $100,000, man, and spent it on Gucci North Face outfits while giving this man $800 for a potential life sentence in prison for a high-profile murder like the Young Dolph case. Yo, this is insane. Yeah, yo, and this is also like the perfect recipe to create a snitch. Even if Cornelius Smith was not a rat at heart, even if he was a virtuous street dude, which is, you know, that's the thing apparently, right? Even if he has some type of street morals and principles, yo, you just push that man to the corner, bruh. Where even if he ain't wanna rat, he just had to rap for the culture, man, cause you played with him. Cause you played with him. You made him into a rat, which means, hey, listen, I'll be real, bro. Bro, like, you a rat too. And the funniest part about this, bro, is after they pushed that man back to the corner, gave him $800 for a high-profile case like this, right? Their plans were, oh, we're never going to get caught and he's not going to come forward because, like, bro, if you come forward, you're going to jail. So their plan was they were never going to get caught. That's why they probably stiffed him out of the money, because they thought, okay, I mean, if you don't get caught, like, you're not going to, like, tell, right? Because, you know, you're not going to go to jail, right? You're not going to risk going to jail by coming forward and telling about how we stiffed you out of $100,000. But when they did get caught, now they want to ensure he don't tell. Check out the damage control that CMG, you know, and Yo Gotti and Big Jook and them did, you know, to try to get Cornelius not to snitch after stiffing him out of his $100,000.
In your case, got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right. So you talked today, you got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
After I was locked up,
You got paid,
my
right?
lawyer was paid. Lawyer.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Correct. I don't know how much it was, but correct, my lawyer.
Okay. And there's no question that that money was for services rendered. Killing Dolph.
Basically.
You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you?
Come on.
Your conscience.
After I came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money because you still got a lawyer here.
Nah, I ain't say that.
You took the money.
Yeah, I took the money. I got the money.
There's so many levels to this that makes this absolutely insane. So Straight Drop Lawyer is the one who's cross-examining Cornelius. So Straight Drop Lawyer is telling Cornelius, yo, we know you got $50,000 for your lawyer. Ain't that right? So Straight Drop essentially snitched on CMG and told his lawyer, hey, he got $50,000. Ask him about that when he take the stand. So it's also insane that they didn't give him any money after the hit happened, but they're now going to implicate themselves by paying $50,000 for his lawyer after he get arrested, as if that's going to save him from taking a stand and testifying. He could have used the 40 bands on the street when he had about a solid couple of months, right, for freedom. You feel me? Apparently he needed the money to pay for things for his daughter's birthday party. So like he's already like mad at you guys. He's already tight. And you think paying $50,000 towards his lawyer is gonna do anything but implicate you guys in this Young Dolph murder, because it's not gonna stop him from telling and snitching. Which it didn't, because he's telling and snitching. This is absolutely insane. And if you guys think that CMG, now Big Jook is dead, so the next in command is, well, Yo Gotti. If you think the police is gonna let CMG and Yo Gotti get away with documented putting $100K on Young Dolph's head, documented paying for the lawyer fee of one of Young Dolph's murderers, if you think the feds or the police, the state police, is gonna let them get away with this, bro, you're out of your mind. The writing is on the wall. The CMG RICO is coming. Absolutely, it's coming. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video right here, man, to find out about why all these clowns are making videos trying to end What's the Dirt's career, but is backfiring on them heavy. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. Out of here, folks. Peace.